everybody, Essie K the Homesteader here, and yes, Essie is in her kitchen today, and I am going to be making some delicious tomato sauce loaded with minced Italian sausages. Yes, in my household, we love Italian food, we love pasta, but we also love Italian sausages and pretty much everything that I cook. Lasagna, spaghetti, any kind of ziti, I put sausage, Italian sausages in most of my Italian dishes. So in order to do this, we're going to start with making our homemade tomato sauce. And I'm going to be using Roma tomatoes. And as you can see, I have them nicely sliced up. When it comes to Roma tomatoes, you guys, you don't even have to slice these tomatoes up. If their bottoms are really bad, you can slice the bottoms off, give them to the chickens like I did. But most of the time, the bottoms of the Romas are not bad. So you're going to need your Roma tomatoes. You're going to need some fresh basil. You're going to need some minced sausage, Italian sausage meat. And you're going to need a variety of peppers. And over here, I have my Trinity, which I use 2 onions, 4 green peppers, 3 red peppers, and 1 orange pepper. And you're going to need some sugar, some canning salt, and also some Italian seasoning, your preference. But this is the one that I use a lot, and I really like this Italian seasoning because it has a lot of herbs in it, and it is a seasoning blend. And I'll bring that a little bit closer so you guys can see if you want to purchase it. And I believe I got this at Sam's. Yeah, this is one of those at Sam's. So this has oregano, marjoram, thyme, basil, rosemary, and sage. So I love this, you guys. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to boil down these Roma tomatoes. Then we're going to use the stick blender. And this is going to take some time. It's probably going to be maybe a 2.5, 3 hour process. So I'm going to turn my roaster on. And remember what I told you about this oyster roaster. These roasters get very, very hot. You do not have to have this up high. So you want to start it on low, get it cooking, and get your tomatoes broken down. You want to add your water. So I've already put in 3 quarts of water. So my water is resting at the bottom. So once this cooks down and I puree it, I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients to it. So you're also going to need lemon juice because you're going to need that to help with the acidity of the tomato sauce. Okay, you guys? So again, you're going to need your Romas, some nice fresh basil, some minced Italian sausages, and a variety of peppers, onions, your preference, sugar, canning salt. Okay, and if you want to use brown sugar, I have used brown sugar when I make Italian dishes. You can use brown sugar as well. All right, you guys. So what I'm going to do is get my oyster roaster pot turned on, and I'm going to let these cook down. And as they cook down, I will come back and forth with you guys and continue to discuss the process with you. My jars are already sterilized, they're washed, they're clean, and they are ready to go, as well as my lids and my rings. So we're going to get this can on. Oh, I'm glad I left this in front of me, and I left this in front of me for a reason. So when I was talking about the backs of the Roma tomatoes, as you can see, usually your backs or whatever, your ends, whatever you want to call them, I would say the ends, they're usually not back. This, even if this is there, they're going to cook down. You will never even see those. But if they have pieces like that, yes, you want to cut those ends off. Some people use, there's a tool that you can use that cork it out if that's what you want to do. Now, with the peppers, you guys, I always tell y'all, save those seeds. So these are all the seeds here. And I'm going to let this dry out, and then I'll, pluck them off, shave them off. But as you can see, I have green peppers, the red peppers, and the orange. So this right here is a lot of free plants. So remember, save your seeds. So usually I just sit mine right here. When I take them out, when I cork them out, I just leave them just like that. And I sit them in my windowsill and let them dry out right there. And then once they dry out, I just pluck them out, put them in a zip bag, or put them in another pepper bag. I don't know what pepper is what, but when they get planted, I will find out. All right, you guys. So again, if you want to cut off your ends, cut them off. Feed them to the chickens. I already gave my chickens most of them, but I wanted to save you guys So you can see how when you cut the ends off, you can just give them to the chickens. Your chickens will love that. So, all right, you guys. So I'm about to turn my little roaster on, and we're gonna let this cook down, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna chit chat while we build this pasta sauce up. Okay, family? All right, you guys, SEK the Homesteader is back with her cooked down tomatoes. So what I'm going to do, and let me back up a minute. What I did do was I strained off most of the water that was created from the tomatoes, and I strained them off and started dumping some of them inside. But after you finish straining your tomatoes, or if you have a mill, whatever they call it, the grinder mill, and you are one about removing seeds, I don't understand how people remove seeds, but your seeds won't affect your tomato sauce. So my water that's left over in this bowl, I'm going to put back into my roaster pot, and I am actually going to blend all of this up. I have my seasoning, my salt and my pepper will be the last. Salt and my sugar will be the last thing I use. So I'm going to add my Italian seasoning, my Trinity, and I forgot that I had lots and lots of green onions from the garden, and my minced Italian sausage meat, and my bay leaves over here. All right, you guys, so I'm going to stick blend this up. I'm going to let it cook down some more, and then I will begin to jar these up. But that'll probably be in the next hour or so, because all of this water has to cook down, and you want that tomato sauce to have some thickness to it. So I'm going to let that, after I blend it up with my stick blender, break it down, loosen it up, I'm going to add everything else in there, and then I will bring you guys back a video of me jarring everything up. All right, you guys, I feel like it was something that I forgot to tell you guys. Wait a second. I know what it was. Garlic. I used 2 whole garlics in my Trinity as well. All right, you guys, don't forget that garlic. Okay, so I will see you guys on the next clip. All right, you guys, I am back with this sauce all pureed up, and this is what it's looking like, you guys. And I'm going to continue to let this cook down, and I will come in periodically and use the stick blender some more. But this stuff is smelling so delicious. It smells like the pizza shop. All right, you guys, so my next step after this will be putting in the Italian minced up sausage, which is there, and my sugar and my salt. But as you can see, you guys, the stick blender is definitely doing the job. If you don't have a stick blender, you can also use your regular blender, and that will puree your tomatoes up very well. So and it's actually less strain on your hand as well, because with the stick blender, you know, you have to keep going back and forth. It's noisy, but it does the job. So y'all see how delicious that's looking? It smells amazing. All right, you guys, so I will see you guys on the next clip. Okay. All right, you guys, I am back, and it is time to can up my loaded tomato sauce with Italian meat, and I'm going to be removing my jars out of the oven one by one because I want them to stay nice and hot. They've been in there for a minute under 220, being sterilized. So here we go, you guys. And I think I'm going to start with my big ones. Yeah, we're going to start with the big ones. All right, you guys. So, here we go. And, you guys, this turned out really good for the first time of me making my own tomato sauce loaded with Italian meat. And it's actually minced Italian sausage meat, chopped up like ground beef, and it turned out really, really well with my Roma tomatoes. And I just have fun making it. It is a process, so it do take some time. So like I said, everything cooked down really well, and I am going to be processing mine in my canner, my pressure canner, being that I have meat in it. Even though the meat is already cooked, you want to be safe. So like I always say, make sure you follow the directions in your canning book. according to your altitude. Don't forget to leave that corner, what is it, an inch head space? Yeah. All right. So I also wanted to address some things, you guys, and I don't want to rub people the wrong way because I know everybody wants to practice safety, and a lot of us are actually terrified to can. Let me get my vinegar, you guys. Here we go. 1 second. Make sure I got my vinegar so I can wipe my jars off. A lot of people are terrified to can, and I know I was one of them. And I know I ain't the only one. We have a lot of people out here in the gardening community and the homesteading community that have been afraid of canning. And we have some wonderful canners out there that are teaching how to can. But I also want to encourage people to do their research. Do your own research. And there is a lot of great information out there. A lot of information has changed over the years. Like, for instance, you do not, and I'm not trying to offend anybody, you can the way you want to can. You do not have to. My 3 quarts of water is already in my pot. You do not have to. Boil those lids. They've been telling canners that they no longer have to boil those lids. Now, we still have canners that want to boil their lids, and that's fine. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But my thing is, everybody is taboo about explosions of pressure canners, contaminating your lids, contaminating your rings. I will hope that most of us try to practice sanitation when they are cooking. Most of us do. I don't think anybody comes in their kitchen after moving cow manure all over the place and then come in their kitchen and cook, right? So when we talk about contamination, we have to understand that that pressure canner is going to do 2 things. It's going to kill everything. Ain't nothing going to last in that pressure canner, right? Because it is, I don't even know the temperature of the canner. But we already know that the canner is going to kill, or the so-called B word that everybody's afraid of, botulism, right? So, my thing is, if, and you're going to see me doing it here because I have done it, so that's why I'm addressing it. If you pick up your lids like this, whatever gets on here is going to get killed right inside that canner. And I'm not telling you to just do that. What I'm saying is sometimes we have to use our logic and our reasoning. And a lot of times we don't do that. So I don't want to tell anybody, oh, you shouldn't do this. What I'm telling you to do is do your own research. And like I said, you no longer have to pre-sanitize actually your lids or your jars. Now, do I do mine? Yes, I do. Y'all see me? I sanitize mine right in this oven. I wash them and I sanitize them in the oven. So I'm not telling you not to. It would make sense that if you're buying something from the store, that you will bring it home so that you can sterilize it, right? I mean, clean it, wash it, let it air dry, let it do what it's gonna do, right? So I just wanted to put that out there, that it's gonna come times where you going to have to touch your lids, because a lot of times they stick together. They stick together in that water. They stick together when they come in the pack. You know what I'm saying? But according to Healthy Canning and other great websites out there on canning, they done away with that some time ago, like many years ago. So like I said, your canner is going to sanitize and it's going to kill up everything in here. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying your lid fall on the floor and you got cats and dogs running around and you just pick your lid off the floor and you put it on top of your jar. That's not what I'm saying. Please do not hear what I'm not saying, okay? And I'm not trying to offend anybody. What I'm saying is that we have to use logic and reasoning. So, you can the way you feel like you want to can. But I know for a fact, ain't nothing gonna last in this canner. Like I said, it's gonna sterilize everything. It's gonna kill off everything. So, don't feel like, oh, I picked up my lid. Please don't do that. Please. Okay? So I just wanted to put that out there. And I know I appreciate all the comments from people, their concerns, and I thank you all for that. But I have watched and did a lot of research on canning before I even begin this canning process. And again, I don't know everything, but I am learning, and I don't have a problem taking other people's advice as well. So, you can the way you want to can. Just be sanitary, be careful, indeed. Okay? So, this is not to offend anybody. I just wanted to put that information out there because a lot of us probably don't even know that information is out there on the lids. Yep. So, this is how I do it. And I have seen many canners that have been canning longer than me. Just pick their lids up, put them on, and get it in the canner. Simple. Because you know that canning is another type of, I consider it to be a type of craft. I come across a lot of people being a crafter, and a lot of them say, oh, I can't do this, or I can't make that, or I don't know how to crochet. Well, a lot of people say that, and a lot of people don't do it, or they try not to do it because they feel like things got to be perfect, especially like in the quilt world. Man, please, quilts was never perfect back in the day. So, like I was telling one of my sister-in-law, I was like, look, make my godson a quilt. Don't throw his things away. And she was like, I don't know where to start. I said, just start cutting and sewing. That's it. And you'll wind up with something beautiful. It don't have to be perfect. I have my dear friend, she made her first quilt last week. And it's so pretty. Is it perfect? No. But she made it, so it is, right? So that's the point that I'm trying to make. People don't want to do things because they're afraid of what people gonna say or what people gonna do. So don't be like that. Don't be afraid. Everybody that is crafting or in the canning world are trying to master skills as well. So, and I ain't no master canner, but I am a canner. I have learned, and I was afraid of it for a long time. And I think I shared that on another video. My customer many years ago, young girl in the Bronx, came into the salon, and her face was all jacked up because she opened up the canner room and it just burst in her face, and then she had all these burn specks all over her face. Poor thing, poor thing. Her mother had to take her somewhere to get some type of plastic surgery. It was just awful. Yeah. So definitely practice safety and don't be afraid. Just take your time and follow your directions, okay? And remember what we said, finger tight. I'm gonna get me another, what's the name? See how easy that is? My son son thought he was gonna get some of this tonight. He wound up opening up one of the jars of the curry chicken that I just did. He was like, "Mom, that stuff was good." I said, "I told you. If I don't get a chance to cook in this kitchen, y'all would pop one of them jars open." That's exactly what he did. It made him a pot of rice. So also let me make sure I tell you guys this too. My recipe called for a tablespoon of lemon juice. Some type of acid. I use the lemon juice. Now, let me tell you guys something. I have seen people that put their lemon juice in their jars, one by one, before they even can it up, ladle it up. If that's what you want to do, go for it. I actually put mine inside my roaster here. All right. So I think I could fit 2 more in there because I have 2 different size jars. And then I might save the other 2 for maybe dinner tomorrow. And again, I'm gonna process this for 90 minutes and that'll be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video this evening. Listen, it got hot up in this kitchen. I had to come out of that turtleneck. And when I tell y'all, this came out so good. It smells delicious. It tastes delicious. And shoot, this could be just a soup with meat in it. Some Italian meat. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yep, that's it. So my last 3 jars, what I'm gonna do is actually can these up, and these will just be dinner tomorrow. And I'm gonna fill these up, and then I'm gonna close my canner because it's already ready to rock and roll. No, this is messy. So I hope you guys take heed to the information that I'm bringing to you today, or rather this evening, on the lids. But I'm not going to tell you not to do it. I'm just telling you the information that's out there, okay? Because some of us, like I said before, may not know that information is out there. And as you grow in the skill of canning, you will come across people that are doing exactly what I said. Yeah. Okay. As some for tomorrow. So make sure you guys actually leave me a comment and let me know, have you ever tried to can tomato sauce with Italian sausages? Because that's how we like to eat our Italian food in my home. And we love to do it with the links too. I'm probably going to do another video with the links where I dice them up. I love to use the minced sausage meat and lasagna along with my chopped meat. I love it. And my kids do too. A little bit more. Lid. Vinegar. It's like, you know, some people don't like to wipe, they don't like to wipe their rims with just water. A lot of people want to use that vinegar to cut through, but some people, they do water when they're not canning meat with oils. Some people like, no, I'm gonna use that vinegar. So I mean, you do what, you know. Turn my oven off. You do what makes you comfortable. All right, you guys, I'm about to wrap it up. So you already know the canning process is gonna be an hour and a half, and it's gonna be a wrap. But this video is to teach on how to make your sauce. So Essie gonna call it a day, and she gonna clean up, and she gonna put this top on top of this canner and let it process for an hour and a half. All right. I had just the right amount of rings. Sometimes I have too many rings or too many lids. All right, you guys. And I still got some more in there, and I'm gonna put that in something too. So you guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this canning session with Essie today. And make sure you make you some loaded tomato sauce with some Italian sausages. All right. And also, like I said, make sure you research. Learn all you can. All right, family. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm gonna put my lid on, and then I'm gonna wait for my steam to come out for 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna let this process for an hour and a half. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to make your own tomato sauce loaded with Italian sausages. So this is, oh, y'all like my shirt? Y'all see that? Badass. Y'all see that? I love this shirt. I forgot. My son said he remembered we got it somewhere, but I love this shirt. So shout out to all the hairdressers out there in the YouTube world. All right, you guys, this is Essie K, the Homesteader. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.